me get down next to you. It could be like zoomed in. I don't know what I should do. Oh no. I'm going to tell people to come watch the game. We're not on, right? I hope not.
And welcome to the Grant Center, where I'm going to bring to you a presentation of Averett men's basketball against the Lynchburg Hornets. My name is Eddie Glenn. I am joined by the incomparable, the great Lindsey Fulcher. And fans, we have an exciting one today as the Cougars are coming off of sort of a win streak and a big win last week against nationally ranked, number 18 nationally ranked Guilford College. And they're going to go up against a very tough team in Lynchburg here tonight as both teams prepare for the national anthem. Lindsey, how was your break?
It was wonderful, Eddie. How was yours?
It was fantastic, full of turkey and bread and laughter and family. So just a few seconds away here from the national anthem. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll bring you back after the national anthem and present you your starting fives for each team. And so we are back after that great playing of the national anthem. And we're going to start off with the Lynchburg Hornets starting five. Starting out, number 1, Devontae Young, the junior guard. The junior forward, Austin Wright. And number 20 is Connor Schroeder. 24 will be Logan Sechrist. And 32, freshman guard Luke Romeo. And Lindsey, you have the starting five for our Averett University Cougars.
Our Averett University Cougars are number 2, James Contreras Jr., who is a senior guard. Montre Cash, number 3, freshman guard. Jalen Burnett Jr., number 11. Darren Kettner, number 13, another senior. And Raymond Bullock III, a freshman who is a guard and a forward.
And Lindsey, what a lineup as Montre Cash, a.k.a. Cash Money, earns Rookie of the Week last week as he had 10.6 rebounds and 2 assists in that game over number 18 ranked Guilford College. Cash is averaging 14.6 rebounds and 2 assists as a freshman. I mean, the kid's just come onto the scene and he's making an impact on this team who's defending champions in the conference. There was a 3-way tie, but Averett still defending champions, and this freshman has come on and made a huge impact. And Lindsey, speaking of freshmen, Averett only lost 1 senior last year, and that was the USAC Player of the Year in Charles Bryant. But they also brought on 8 new freshmen as well as a junior college transfer for this season. So Coach Doino, looking to load up his blocks for the coming years, and he's got a good squad ahead of him with these 8 freshmen, and Montre Cash and Raymond Bullock and Will Shoemate. These freshmen are ready, talented, and able to get a bucket.
Absolutely, and Cash had it well earned with his wonderful plays. And we also have players to watch today. James Contreras scored 19 points with 6 assists in the win over Guilford. And Austin DeLucia, he totaled 17 points in the win over Guilford. A junior and a senior there, really showing it for the Cougars and showing what it means to be an Averett basketball player.
And absolutely, Austin DeLucia, a three-point warrior, as he is deadly from out there, and Cash is as well. Watched him warm up a little bit, and Cash was shooting almost from the logo out here, the volleyball line, and he was draining them nothing but net. So, as we get ready for the tip-off, we're going to have number 20, Connor Schroeder, jumping off with 40, Raymond Bullock. And we will get this game underway. Cougars, gold on gold. Lynchburg, black on black. And Lynchburg will win the tip-off. So this is Young with the ball, defended by Burnett. Over to Schroeder. Schroeder over to Romeo. Back to Young. Young outside over to Romeo. Down low to Schroeder. Ball almost knocked away. This is number 24, Seacrest with the ball. And that's Bullock with the defense, and the ball goes out of bounds. Possession goes to Averett. And Lindsay, that's how Averett has to start. They have to start playing good defense early. We know they can score, but they've got to keep the other team from putting the ball in the hoop. And so here we go. Contreras out to Kettner. Kettner thought about taking that three-point shot. Dribbles out, finds Contreras. Contreras off the screen, pull-up jumper, no good. Kettner there for the rebound. Turnaround hook, and it's good. So the first bucket goes to Kettner. Kettner, the only other senior on the team. And Burnett now in transition. And a nice pass to find Bullock, and Bullock, the reverse off the glass. And so the other way we go with Wrighton, defended by Burnett. Over to Young, Young, and they go down low to Schroeder. Schroeder turns around, finds nothing but defense, out to Seacrest. Shot no good. But there to save him is Romeo. Kettner with the ball outside. Kettner to Cash. Cash sizing his opponent up, taking the screen, finding Bullock down low. Bullock out to Kettner. Kettner for a deep three-hand in the face and all. No good. And that will be rebounded by Seacrest. Wrighton with the ball again, defended by Burnett. Out to Seacrest for a three. No good. Rebounded there by Kettner. And here's Cash the other way. And Cash losing his dribble. And so possession will go to Lynchburg here. Full court press from Averett. Here's Seacrest. Over to Wrighton. Wrighton to Schroeder. Schroeder. Over to Wrighton. Wrighton. Pass. Finds Seacrest in the end. And that's Kettner on the rebound.
Kettner to Cash to Contreras. Back to Cash. To Kettner. To Bullock to Contreras again. Back to Kettner. Lots of passing going on. And that is a bucket from Darren Kettner.
And Kettner putting two more on the board for his team.
The Cougars starting off 6-2. Kettner throws down to Cash.
And so here we go with Young outside. Young to Romeo. Romeo to Seacrest. Seacrest to Wrighton. Wrighton down low to Romeo. Fadeaway jump shot. No good. And that's Kettner on the rebound again. Kettner really crashing the boards on the offensive and defensive end. And this is Cash over to Contreras outside for three. No good. Young on the rebound.
Unlike Contreras to miss a basket, Eddie, Lynchburg shouldn't assume that he'll ever do that again.
You definitely don't want to give Contreras open shots, that's for sure. And so here's Young defended by Cash. 6-2 to score. Your Cougars out in front. And kind of a mismatch there with Schroeder against Cash in the post. But Cash able to defend well.
Cash taking it easy to Burnett. Burnett to Contreras. And Contreras with the bucket. 8-2, your Cougars in the lead.
And Lindsay, that's what Contreras does well. That's his game, is getting to the bucket any way possible and putting it in the hoop with the easy layup. And most of the time he will get to the free throw line and cash out. But that time, getting the 2 points, and that's all. And so that would be Bullock called on the foul down low, and that will send Schroeder to the line. So immediate timeout as both teams will have a big group substitution. We're going to take it here with them at the Averett Sports Network. And actually, this is not going to be a media timeout. We're going to take those 2 free throw shots. The refs are trying to trip me up here. So into the game, we're going to have DeLucia, Best, Vince Contreras, and Diaby for the Cougars. And then the other way, we're going to have Chance Green, Jesse Case, and Reggie Davis all checking in here for Lynchburg. Some big group substitutions for both teams. Both teams with a deep bench, able to keep their teams fresh. So here's Best outside, over to DeLucia. DeLucia to Contreras. Contreras will dribble around, find Diaby. Diaby will go to Vince Contreras. Vince Contreras dribbles outside, then back in, finding Ian Best, over to Contreras Jr. And James over to Best for 3. No good. It will be rebounded eventually by the Cougars. And the Cougars will reset. And here's Contreras with the nice moves to get to the bucket. Contreras spinning, bobbing, and weaving as Lynchburg does find Wrighton on the other end. It's Contreras. When he wants to get to the bucket, he will find a way. And so here's Contreras matched up against Green. He gets doubled, so he goes out to Best. Best over to Vince Contreras. Vince Contreras. And that's going to be a foul called on Jesse Case. And we're going to have a media timeout now. So we're going to take it here with them. We'll be right back here at the Averett Sports Network.
All right, and we are back here on the Averett Sports Network. I'm Lindsay Fulcher, joined by the wonderful Eddie Glenn. The Cougars in the lead here, 10-4 against Lynchburg College. You've got your Cougars gold on gold and Lynchburg black on black. Got Contreras with the ball. Vince Contreras, that is. Back to Diaby. And he gets the bucket. The score now 12-4. Cougars in the lead, working hard, knowing that Lynchburg's a tough team and they're coming up.
And so that foul would be called on Harrison Cochran. Ball inbounded to Davis, and a shot there from Case. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Case absolutely draining that one. And so here's Best the other way with the ball. Best turning the corner. Kind of a double clutch there. Didn't really want to put that shot up. And so that will be Green getting the bucket and DeLucia being called on the blocking foul. So Green will go to the line for a chance for a three-point play. So checking in now, Ricky Sutherland. Sutherland, a senior forward here, 6'5", 190. Lynchburg coming out of the break, playing absolute great basketball. And there's Sutherland making a difference already. Right into Green. Green for three, and he's not going to miss. And so 12-12, just like that. Lynchburg's back in it. And here's Best. Over to Cochran. Cochran for three, no good. DeLucia on the rebound. DeLucia was fouled. And I believe that's Case on the foul. So checking in will be Burnett and Kettner.
Cochran inbounds to Kettner. Kettner to Cochran. Cochran to Burnett for the three, no good. Cougars with the rebound. Ian Best with a quick rollover to Kettner. Back to Best, back to Kettner. Three-pointer again, and no good.
And so that's Wrighton the other way now. Wrighton trying to find Case. Cochran with the good hands. Cochran bringing the ball the other way, and he will slow it down. So now Burnett dribbling to the top of the key. He's defended now by Davis over to Diaby. Diaby over to Kettner. Kettner outside to Best. Best defended by Wrighton. Lynchburg stepped it up on D the past couple of possessions. And so here's Diaby getting called for the travel. And so Contreras and Henry will check in for the Cougars now. And so Davis called on the screen. Illegal screen, excuse me. And so Cougars will retain, will get back possession. And Cash will check back into the game. So now Kettner, Cash, Burnett, Henry, and Contreras all on the court. And here's Henry trying to find a way to the basket. And that's Case on the rebound getting fouled. And so what a good pass there to find Green from Gase. A nice little pocket pass.
Cash with the ball. Over to Contreras.
And so Davis with the good rebound there. And now Buisen had the ball, gives it off to Case. Case looking for some help, finds it in the way of Green. Green trying to find a way to the bucket. He finds Davis, but Davis out of bounds. Or excuse me, that's Sutherland who was out of bounds there.
Davis with the ball to Burnett.
And that's Cash on the catch and shoot there. Couldn't get it to fall. And here's Green, the deep three. No good. Kettner on the rebound. Kettner will push it down the court. Over to Contreras they go. And Contreras will get the ball to the hoop. And a timeout called by Lynchburg so that they can keep possession. We're going to take it here with them, and we'll be right back at the Grant Center. And we're back here at the Grant Center. 14-12 Lynchburg out in front. And this is Young with the ball, defended by Cash. Screen set by Sutherland. And a nice find by Young to find Sutherland. Sutherland throws it down hard, bringing the hammer. And so now Lynchburg out in front by 4 now. Over to Burnett. Burnett pulls up for 3. No good. This ball will go to Lynchburg. And Bullock will check in for Henry. And so here's Green, defended by Cash. Ball knocked out there by Kettner. Ball stolen by Cash. Cash will dribble his way out of a bad situation, and Burnett now looking to push the nice spin move over to Bullock. Bullock for 3, no good. And here's Young, the nice finger roll. James Contreras called on the block there. And so Young Shot up and in. So back on will be Wrighton and Sechrist. And Young, second shot up and in.
Contreras with the ball to Bullock, to Kettner. Back to Contreras.
Contreras getting the bucket to fall and going to go to the line for one more.
Contreras at the foul line. And the first one is in.
And that will complete his three-point play there. So 18-15 now. Lynchburg out in front by 3. And so Green picking up another foul there as he gets the bucket to go. That will be called on Cash. So Green gets his bucket to go. Chance Green, 21.5 points per game this year, which is a team best. So Cash outside now, way over to Contreras. Contreras looking to find a way to the hoop. He finds Cash instead. Cash for 3. No good. Rebounded there by Schroeder. And here's Green. So here's Young now. Up and over. Bullock, no good. Schroeder shot, no good. So here's Contreras. Ball will go back to Lynchburg as Romeo will check back in, as well as DeLucia and Diaby for the Cougars. Timeout on the court now. And Lindsay, we're going to take it here with him at the Averett Sports Network.
Back here live at the Grant Center, Lindsay Fulcher joined by Eddie Glenn. And the score 21-15, the Cougars trailing. Lynchburg in possession of the ball currently. Cougars started off strong, Eddie. And I'm sure they're determined to finish strong too. But Lynchburg putting up a little bit of a fight.
And Lindsay, you're completely right on the fact that the Cougars started out strong, got out to a 10-2 lead, and Lynchburg has held them to just 5 points since then, as Lynchburg 21-15.
Cash with the ball. On the court is Cash, Contreras, Burnett, Diaby, and DeLucia. DeLucia with the ball for the three-pointer. No good. Another player that very rarely misses that bucket, Eddie.
And DeLucia dead eye from three-point land. And so here's Young. Trying to set the play up. So there's some confusion on the court. And they get the Schroeder versus Contreras combination that they wanted, and Contreras is going to get himself to the hoop. Not able to get the bucket to fall, though. Amazing how he got that shot off between the trees of Lynchburg. And here's Wrighton with the pull-up jump shot against Contreras. No good. Rebounded by Diaby. So Best and Vince Contreras will check in now. So Wrighton on the inbound to Young. Young defending against Best. Young across half court now. So a foul called, and Averett will get the ball. Best will handle.
Best with the ball. Over to DeLucia. To Contreras. To Diaby. To Best again. Best to DeLucia.
And that ball is stolen by Young. 3-on-2 fast break. Wrighton. And a charge called against Wrighton as Vince Contreras will save the bucket for his team.
The Contreras brothers both on the court, Eddie.
And both of them very good at drawing charges.
Cougars with the inbound. DeLucia to Best. Averett trailing by 6. Passes the ball to DeLucia. To Best. And he goes for it. No good, as it didn't quite make it.
And so Best will be getting called on the charge, excuse me. Kind of sweet revenge there from Lynchburg, as this will be Sutherland checking back into the game after he threw that hammer down earlier here in the half. And so here we go now. Green outside, defended by Contreras. Contreras with the nice hands. Boosin outside with the ball over to Young. Young over to Boosin. Three-point attempt is good.
Vince Contreras with the ball. Contreras passes to Diaby. To Best. Free shot for the three-pointer, no good. Eddie, you know I'm always all for Averett, but something we're going to need to work on is those three-pointers.
We've missed a lot of them today. I don't think we've hit one all game.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, but maybe we need to make sure we're taking them at the right angle.
Yeah, if you're not making them, Lindsay, then it might be time to change something.
I can agree there.
But nevertheless, 24-15, 9-point lead now for Lynchburg as they jumped out after trailing by as much as 8 this game. And so Sutherland, first shot good. That was a 1-and-1 opportunity. Kettner on the rebound. Kettner will bring it down to Cordes. Passes it to Vince Contreras. Contreras calls for a pick, doesn't take it. Gets to the hoop, couldn't get the bucket to go, but Diaby there to save him. And Coach Dueno screaming for a timeout there, and he will get one, Lindsay. We're going to take it here with him at the Averett Sports Network.
Back here at the Grant Center, the Cougars trailing by 8. Lynchburg 25-17, currently with the ball. Cougars fighting hard back.
And that's
Aaron Kettner with the ball after a bucket from Lynchburg's.
And that's Busson for another 3, same spot there. Wide open in the corner.
Possession for Lynchburg. And
great defense from Vince Contreras there. As Green came through trying to block his shot, but nevertheless, Contreras getting the bucket. So this is a 1-and-1 attempt here for Green. Makes his free throw. He gets another one. If not, then it's Averett's ball. So Burnett will check in. .242 remaining in this half. 28-19, Lynchburg got in front. First shot good, so he will receive another.
Score 29-19. Lynchburg in the lead. Kettner to Contreras. Your seniors for the Cougars. Henry now with the ball. Back to Kettner. Back to Henry. To Best, to Burnett. Burnett with a shot.
And so Burnett gets the lucky roll after the blocking foul gets called. So Burnett will go to the line for a 3-point play possibility. Burnett with a nice finger roll on way to elevate and get up and over the standing still Lynchburg Hornet. So Bullock will check in. Shot is good. So 30-22, 2:19 left. Davis with the ball over to Case. Case over to Green. Green back to Davis. Davis for three, and it's good. Ball almost stolen there. Kettner able to handle. Ball to Contreras Jr. Contreras getting called on the travel. And that's Green from way, way, way downtown out in the River District. Throwing it in the bottom of the hoop. 36-22 now. Just over a minute and a half, and Burnett another good bucket.
Sneaky play there, looking to pass, turn around and put it in the hoop, Eddie.
And Burnett
it worked.
Finding his lanes to the hoop. Ball stolen by Averett. Over to Kettner. Kettner for three. No good. Rebounded. And it was touched, actually, by Sutherland on the way out. So ball will remain with Averett as Averett will try and cut this lead down as much as possible before halftime shows up.
Best with the inbound to Bullock, back to Best. To Kettner. Kettner to Contreras. Pushes back. Henry gets it to Burnett.
There's some issues with the clock as they try and get it sorted out. Young checking into the game for the Hornets.
Contreras inbounds to Bullock. Bullock passes off to Best, to Contreras again. Back to Best. Bobbles it a little bit. Loses control of that ball as it goes to Young for Lynchburg. And it is blocked by Burnett.
Jalen Burnett sending that back down into the hardwood as hard as he possibly could and almost goes coast to coast. Kettner ends up with the ball and a nice fadeaway shot from Kettner. And they will say that Green stepped out, or Chase Green stepped out. Full timeout called by head coach David Duino. That'll be the last one of the half. We're going to take it here at the Averett Sports Network. And we are back. Looks like 0.8 seconds left on the clock. Just enough time for the Cougars to get it in the hands of a shooter and put it up. Look for them to go to Kettner here. And they go to Burnett. Burnett turn and shot. No good. As both teams hustle back to the locker room. 36-26, Lynchburg leads after trailing by 8 in the very first half. Lindsay, what a half.
Eddie, great first half here. The Cougars will come back fighting stronger than ever. I will be peacing out, getting ready for the after-game recap, as Brent Hammer will enter the broadcast for me. Thank you for joining us.
The one and only, my right-hand man, my former broadcast partner, former roommate. He plays Averett football here. That is Brent Hammer will be joining us in the second half. So just over 15 minutes. We'll be back for the second half, but check back in about 5 minutes for the halftime show. And I'm back here at the Grant Center, joined by the incomparable, my right-hand man, former roommate, and current broadcast partner, Brent Hammer, and a presentation of Averett men's basketball against Lynchburg Hornets. Brent, what did you see in the first half?
I saw Lynchburg getting in transition, getting easy and tough baskets at the same time, and Averett on the other end doing the same thing, tough, dominating efforts down in the paint. And that's what we need to do if we want to get back into this game.
Alrighty. And a quick activity for the fans as we get back into the second half. If you're an Averett fan and you're watching, clap 3 times. And if you're a Lynchburg fan and you're watching, scream "Go Hornets" as loud as you can and sound weird to everyone on the hall. So here we go. Montre Cash now outside to James Contreras. Contreras, nice spin move, pull-up jumper, and it's good. So here's Young. Here's Young again, pulling up from outside over to Contreras. Contreras, one-on-one fast break, Euro step, finger roll, and it's good.
Contreras absolutely lethal on the drive. You have to defend him all across the court. It doesn't matter length or width of the court. It doesn't matter. He's going to the hoop.
Contreras, so filthy with the ball in his hands. When he wants to get to the basket, he will do it by any means necessary. And here's Schroeder against Bullock. No good. That's Burnett on the rebound. Burnett outside to Bullock, over to Cash. Cash, such a smart basketball player, even at his young age.
And Eddie, that is very rare to see out of a true freshman. A starting lineup ever since the game of the first game of the season ever started, he was in the starting lineup, and that just speaks volumes on his athleticism and leadership.
And that's good hands from Raymond Bullock as a nasty fall there. We're going to hope that both players are able to get up nice and healthy.
That is Devontae Young getting wrapped up on the bottom of that scrum.
Young able to get up and run it off. We like to see that. So both players up and good, running around. And it is Hornets basketball. So here's Wrighton. Called on the travel. And so back into the game for Lynchburg will be Chance Green, who had 15 points in that first half, leading his team by a mile, leading the game in points by a mile. It's not even close.
Yeah, and Eddie, those three-point shots do add up. Averett does need to stop that or at least limit it if they want to get back into this game.
And so here's Busan. Good hands from Contreras. And so ball will go out of bounds. Hornets retain possession. 38-30, Hornets out in front as the Cougars look to battle back. And so outside to Seacrest we go. Back to Green, who has proven himself to be a bucket getter. And from deep three-point land again, misses the rim. And here's Cash in transition. Cash over to Kettner, wide open for three. And it's rare that he misses those, but he did there. And so Contreras will get fouled.
Great bench support by the Cougars and the Hornets all throughout the game, but going back and forth at each other, giving great moral support from the sideline.
So a timeout called by Lynchburg, just a 30-second, but we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back here at the Grant Center.
And welcome back here to the Grant Center. Your score 38-30, the Lynchburg Hornets out in front here. And with 17:26 to go in the game, going back and forth at each other all game, trading buckets, tough fouls. This is everything you could ask for in a game, Eddie. Here we go. We're going to resume action here in Danville, Virginia. Contreras will inbound the ball here. Over the top to Burnett. Coming off the screen by Kettner to the corner to Cash. Up top, swinging it to Contreras. Down low to Kettner. Back and low. Hook shot, no good. As Lynchburg now with possession of the ball, driving coast to coast, number 11. That is Austin Wrighton, but called on the travel there, and that will be a turnover. Oh, excuse me, there's a foul on Jalen Burnett. The Hornets will inbound the ball. Green looping around up top, begging for the ball. Over top to Schroeder. Schroeder setting a screen for number 3, Brett Bussin. Down low is Schroeder. Hook shot, no good. Kettner with a rebound. In transition is Contreras behind the back, looking to set up the offense. Kettner driving towards the hoop. Jalen Burnett outside, receiving the pass. Kettner's jab step, pull up, no good. Burnett rebound, looking to put up a shot, and they're gonna call it. They're not gonna wave the. They are gonna wave the basket. Did not see what the call was there.
And Brent, they caught him out of bounds. They say I believe they say he dribbled there on the baseline, caught like a edge there, and so they called him out of bounds. And so here we go, Wrighton off the front of the rim, rebounded there by Davis, outside to Green. We've got to step up. He goes for a 3, and it's good.
And Eddie, we got to close out on Green.
Got to. He's proven himself to be a dangerous shooter, a sniper from beyond the arc. And so here's Kettner outside against Sutherland, or against Davis, excuse me. And there's Cash for 3. No good. And so here's Wrighton on the rebound and the transition, defended by Burnett. Over to Davis for 3. Rims out. And Sutherland.
Here we go. We've got a.
That's both players.
Got to fight for the ball.
Getting a little chippy.
Eddie, both teams eager for the ball, going after those 50-50 balls.
And you got to go up strong here in basketball. Neither player wanting to let go of the ball.
Let's see who they teed up. I'm thinking they called it on number 50, Diaby, for the Cougars.
41-30, 11-point lead here for Lynchburg. And so Diaby will get teed up. So Diaby gets teed up. Green will shoot 2 shots. And I believe there was a jump ball called, so possession will go to Averett after the 2 shots. Green's first shot up and in.
Green now with 20 in the game. Definitely been the key player for Lynchburg in this one.
And so Kedner inbounds to Burnett as we're back underway. We want to apologize for the technical difficulties there on the scoreboard. There's 15:40 left on the clock, 43-30. Lynchburg out in front. A great SID, Drew Wilson there working on it to help us. Cougars will get the ball back.
And Eddie Drew, the absolute technician when it comes to Averett athletics, knows what to do and when to do it, and does a really good job at it.
I've not seen a problem yet. Stump Drew. And so Wrighton with the nice move to get to the basket.
A double clutch layup. Yeah, defensive foul called on number 23 for the Hornets, Ricky Sutherland. The senior forward from Daleville, Virginia. Not Danville, Daleville.
Does sound alike, but Sutherland brought the hammer earlier, and he will get called on the foul again as Jalen Burnett went up, and he gave him like a shoulder there.
And Eddie Burnett, absolutely ferocious when driving to the hoop.
You might want to get out the way because he does have rise in his legs as well. He can get up and jump with the best of them. Burnett's first shot up and in. Both shots fall. So Cochran and Vince Contreras in for the Cougars.
Cochran, the freshman from Graham, North Carolina, Southern Albinance, looking to give some life to the Cougars here.
And that's going to be Sutherland again with the rim shaker. The double hand slam from Sutherland will leave the rim vibrating and shaking, almost bringing the shot clock down with him. And so here's Henry. And Henry will be called on the charge.
And Eddie, these referees have been calling a good game all around for both sides, especially on those hard 50-50 block and charge fouls. They've done a really good job all game.
And so down low to Sutherland we go. Over to Davis. Thought about the catch and shoot three-pointer. No good. But he does pull the mid-range jumper that finds the bottom of the net. So Cochran will advance the ball down the court. Timeout called for the Cougars. 49-32 is the score. Your Hornets out in front. We're going to take a break and be right back here at the Averett Sports Network. And after the quick timeout from the Cougars, we're back Cochran, Vince Contreras, James Contreras, Timothy Henry, and Austin DeLucia all on the court for the Cougars. And you've got Green, Case, Sutherland, Davis, and Wrighton on the court for Lynchburg. And so here's Contreras finding DeLucia. DeLucia over to Vince Contreras. Vince Contreras driving, right-hand floater, and it's good.
Illegal screen called as Vince draws the illegal screen call there, and will give the Cougars the ball back.
And Vince Contreras and his brother James Contreras so good at drawing fouls, whether it be charges, blocks, shooting fouls, or illegal screens. They're good at drawing them.
And they're very good from the triple threat position. Timothy Henry and one. Bully him down in the paint, and he'll go to the line for an and one opportunity.
Big, strong play there from Henry to go up strong to the rack and finish through the face of the contact. And now he will get one more shot to try and finish off a three-point play. Up and in.
And Eddie Henry, learning last year behind the Player of the Year, Charles Bryant. Resembles a young Charles Bryant there as he just backed him down in the paint. Here we go. Green driving to the hoop, and acrobatic layup just rolls out. A nice little flick of the wrist there by Green on that layup attempt, but instead he'll go to the line for two.
And Chance Green trying to do his best to join the Jelly fam in basketball, but couldn't get the bucket to go. So 49-37, and he will get two shots. So 50-37 now.
And Eddie, Devontae Young over here on the behind the Lynchburg bench, trying to walk off that injury. As Eddie, that's never good to get rolled up on, no matter what sport it is, as anything could happen from a knee injury to an ankle injury. But right now, we're going to take a media timeout here at the Grant Center. And we are back here, ladies and gentlemen. 13:27 left in the game. 51-37 is your score. The Hornets of Lynchburg up right now, as we will see what is in store for the rest of this game. We've got Contreras bringing the ball up the court, looking to set up an offensive possession here to get some points. Timothy Henry, the screen, behind the back move, kicks it over to his brother Vince. Euro step outside to Cochran, no good, just rims out. Henry, the rebound, and a tough bucket off of the glass. And Eddie, that's what the Cougars need.
Timothy Henry bringing the strong buckets now. This is Schroeder outside over to Green. Got to step up from deep three. No good.
And Eddie, Green does have that deep range, almost that video game-esque deep range badge. He can shoot. They call it in the gym range. He steps in the gym, and he's lethal.
You've got to step up on him as soon as he gets the ball, because he will shoot it. As we have Burnett checking in, as the foul was called on DeLucia. And Wrighton getting a good bucket over Burnett there.
Hanging in the air on two.
Contreras just finding a way to get to the basket and putting the ball in the hoop.
And Eddie Contreras, a maestro with the ball. Doesn't matter if he's scoring or passing the ball, he's going to get his team the best opportunity to get some points. What a pass. Unfortunate layup right there. It was too open, I guess.
Too good to be true, Brent.
Cochran clearing out the corner, looking to clear some space. Henry driving out and just a little bit outside. And the possession will now switch. Diaby will now check into the game. And Vince Contreras will as well.
And so Diaby outside against Schroeder. Over to K-State go, defended by Vince Contreras. Back to Schroeder, defended by Diaby. Schroeder with the dribble moves, trying to find the bucket. Couldn't find it. Davis for three, hand in the face and all. No good. Rebounded by Vince Contreras. Contreras the other way now. Nice dribble move, right hand floater, and it's good. And Vince Contreras will step to the line for one more as he does draw the blocking foul.
And the Averett bench loving every second of it.
So just a 10-point game now. Vince Contreras can cut this lead out of double digits.
This is a big free throw right here.
Free throw off. Rebounded by Schroeder. So 10-point game now. Lynchburg out in front. Green with the ball, defended by James Contreras.
Another illegal screen called as he wasn't set rolling to the basket a little too soon. And that will be a turnover of possession here as Averett looking to capitalize off of the turnover here. Jalen Burnett looking, driving to the right wing here. And Vince takes it off the chest, recovers, crossover, half spin outside to Vince. Vince dribble, move in. Oh, and Jalen Burnett looking to get the putback dunk.
And great hustle there by.
And they 50-50 ball in the air. Who knows who touched it, but the referees giving the ball to Lynchburg here.
And Vince Contreras with the great hustle to get back and telegraph that pass and put a hand on it to stop that momentum. So now inbound for Lynchburg.
And almost a 5-second call. They're going to say Diaby fouled him. Diaby frustrated as he was thinking the 5-second violation was soon to come, if not was going to be called. But instead, Lynchburg will go to the line.
And so this is Davis at the free throw line. First attempt good. So he will get one more. And so both shots good. Inbound to Vince Contreras. Down to Jalen Burnett as Averett looks to push. Burnett almost loses his dribble there. Over to James Contreras for three, and that shot attempt gets blocked. Contreras able to get it back and get the bucket himself. Contreras will find a way to get to the basket, as he does there, 55-45. They find Schroeder back out to Wrighton for three. No good, rebounded by Diaby. Over to Vince Contreras. Cougars will push now. Contreras over to Darren Kettner, and that three-point shot is good.
And the Cougar Den erupts after that three-point shot by Kettner, looking to carry this momentum into the possessions to come.
So 55-48 now, as everybody here in the Grant Center is loud, yelling as loud as they can Here's Case with the ball. Screen set there by Schroeder. Schroeder for three, and it's good.
And Eddie, a big man that can shoot from long range.
Schroeder with the crowd silencer.
I'm going to call that a foul on the floor by number 2, Green. And we'll have number 3,
Hussein, as well as number 4, Seacrest.
Eddie, thank you for the pronunciation there.
You know, sometimes those names can be a little tricky and have letters that don't need to be pronounced in there, and you start looking at them like, well, why are they there? But they're there for a reason, I promise you there.
And Eddie, this brings back memories of the conference tournament here last year. Some very unique names for some very unique players.
As well they did. So 58-48, James Contreras now, as Averett was able to get the ball back.
The Lynchburg coach very vocal in his defensive setup outside to James Contreras. Deep three. And it splashes home.
So 58-51 now as the Cougars look to battle back.
Eddie, now Cougars down here just by 7 with 9:05 left in this game. Looking to drive inside. Jalen Burnett, tough defense, and they're going to call the foul on Burnett. And at the line is Jesse Case, the junior guard, 6'1", 175 from Leesburg, Virginia. And Vince Contreras will check out here. Monterey Cash in now for the Cougars. And Schroeder will check out for the Hornets, and Seacrest will come in his place. And goes 2 for 2 there from the line, as there will be another sub. DeLucia will be in for Burnett as a possible foul trouble case here for Burnett.
And Brent, I want you to understand that we have Cash who can shoot threes, Kedner who can shoot threes, DeLucia who's a great three-point shooter, and Contreras who knocked one down just a minute ago. And Timothy Henry who's not afraid to pull it from deep. And Contreras, here we go for three, like I just said, and it's good. And Brent, I'm not saying I'm Tony Romo, but I'm saying I'm coming for him. As we have Green here defended by Cash.
And Eddie, you are a great broadcaster, just like Tony Romo. Only been on the headset for a few months for football season. You've been on here ever since last basketball season, and the strides you have taken has been very noticeable.
Well, Brent, I'd like to say I'm a better quarterback than I am a broadcaster, and I think that's where me and Tony Romo differ, as I've had 14 seasons with the Dallas Cowboys, and people don't know about that. But look into my history, and I do. And fans, that's not true. Please do not try and come for me. I don't have money to sue for. So 61-54 now. Lynchburg out in front. Green on the free throw shots. And both of them good. So Kettner inbounds to Cash now. Cash.
8-point game here. 8 minutes left. 8 is the number right now. Here we go. Henry looking. Passes off to Cash. Dribbles it off of himself. Recovers it. Gives it to Contreras. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Down to 10. 9, 8. Drive to the lane. The circus layup. Right to left. Flick of the wrist and in. And Eddie, that is exactly what James has been working on all summer, all offseason. And Eddie, it is coming true, and it is showing his hard work and dedication.
So a 6-point lead now for Lynchburg, and that is Seacrest with the three-point shot. Deep and in the face of defense, showing he's not afraid to pull it from long range. So 65-56 to take that 6-point lead to 9 points.
And Green will be called on the foul now as we have Young checking in for Green. Young earlier injured, rolled up on in that scrum for the ball.
And Green with 4 fouls, something to watch out for. As like I said, Green is the primary bucket getter for this Lynchburg team.
Cash bangs home the first one, bringing it to an 8-point game now. That one just rolls out. Lynchburg with the rebound, driving right to left on your screen. And Montre Cash will be called on the foul.
And so this will be Case stepping to the line now.
As Eddie, I'm pretty sure both teams are now in the bonus, so we will now see a very slowed down tempo of the game whenever a foul is called. Kettner with the rebound, outlets it to Montre Cash. Touching his nose to set up a play. Timothy calling him to move it over. The screen coming, looking to DeLucia, to Contreras over in the corner. Rolling off of the screen over in the corner to Cash. Down low to Henry, back and low. Up and under move.
And Timothy Henry with the nice post moves to get to the bucket. Timeout called on the court, and Brent Hammer, we're going to take one here at the Grant Center.
And we're back live here at the Grant Center. Your score 66-59, 6:53 left here in this game. Your Lynchburg Hornets are up currently, but the Cougars battling back here. Here we go. We have Young, Case, Sutherland, Sechrist, and Boosin.
So another timeout call, Brent. We're going to take it here with them, and we'll be right back here on the Averett Sports Network. And fans, we are back here at the Averett Sports Network again. My name is Eddie Glenn, joined by the great Brent Hammer, as we bring to you a presentation of Averett men's basketball as they go up against the Lynchburg Hornets. So 66-59 is the score. If the Cougars can get a stop in the bucket here, they would be in a good form, as Case will give them the stop, and Contreras will look to give them the bucket. And Contreras with the rare missed layup there, as that's normally what he does, is get the layup through traffic, but no one's perfect. And so
Montre Cash's fourth foul now as well, as we have two key players, one from each team with 4 fouls, and that's not good because there's still a whole lot of basketball left to be played here. Young bangs home the first one. Great to see him recover from that injury, as it's always tough to see someone get rolled up on. I personally have been underneath one of them, and they are not fun at all.
As Burnett checks in for Cash, Young hits his second shot. So the Cougars going with a bigger lineup now, trying to out-rebound the Hornets. And Henry going right at Sechrist, and that bucket will fall.
And Eddie, as you touched on earlier, they still have those three-point shooters that can pull up, and Jalen can absolutely pull it from deep. Not his first option, but definitely can bang it home when needed.
And so here's Case here. Outside, the rhythm three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by DeLucia. So 68-61, 7-point game. As here's Burnett.
And a shooting foul. Great job by Burnett. And Eddie, as I touched on earlier, Burnett very ferocious driving to the cup. And you're either going to foul him or he's going to get a bucket, because he can handle contact like the best of them.
He can, as he will step to the line to pull his game to just 5. As 68-62 now, 6-point game. So Green back in as well as Wrighton. Green with 4 fouls, as we mentioned earlier. And just like that, it's a 5-point game now. Cougars battling back after being down by as much as 15, Brent.
Eddie, that is the tenaciousness of the Cougars. Their relentlessness to not give up, because they know that they can get back into the game with a few plays here and there.
Busan, three-point shot, no good. Nice rebound by Bullock there.
Had some stickum on his hands there, brought it in with one hand and kicked it out. What a rebound there by Bullock. Burnett driving to the cup again, and Eddie, as I said, fast pace to the cup is Jalen Burnett's motto.
And he has that switch, that John Wall-like switch, where he can go from 0 to 1,000 in a heartbeat. And a charge will be called, and the Grand Center turn back up, as it is just a 3-point game, and the Cougars have the momentum. And Brent, I'm not
pretty sure a media timeout is coming this way.
And Brent, I believe the team thought that maybe there was a timeout called, but the refs were confused as well, as I don't think there was.
I don't think anybody in this arena knew what was going on exactly, but the coaches one step ahead and going to take all the time that they can get.
And so Green has 5 fouls now, as he will step out of the game. So Burnett blows by his defender. Over to Kettner for 3, and it's good. And just like that, it is a tie ball game, 68-68. Kettner absolutely deadly from three-point lane, and the Cougars have battled back in this basketball game. Young with the ball outside, picked up by Kettner, and he will travel, and just like that, the Grant Center is back live and on its feet. And Coach Dueno normally the one with all of the energy, telling his players, hey, calm down. Don't get caught up in all the hype. But, Brent, there was a timeout call. We're going to take it here with them, and we'll be right back here on the Grant Center.
And we are back here. The Cougars up to battle back from being down 15 early in the first half. Calming the Cougars down is Bullock, looking to just stay composed and extend this lead out. Burnett kick it to Contreras, coming off the screen by Bullock, over in the corner to DeLucia, to Kettner, up top to Contreras, loops around to the top of the key, looking to set it up, dribble drive, pull up from mid-range on the corner. Bullock rebound, and it is good.
And Bullock with a nice strong bucket down low to give the Cougars the lead, 70-68. Davis outside, defended by Bullock. Davis over to Wrighton, defended by Burnett now. Wrighton with the screen by Davis. Davis outside, deep three. No good, rebounded by DeLucia. And so now Contreras.
And Eddie, the blue crew of Averett University getting into this one. There we go, Burnett looking for a screen, drives opposite of the screen, and that'll be a charge on Burnett. As I think that is Burnett's fourth or fifth foul. Fourth foul it is for Burnett, and he will be subbed out here for Vince Contreras. The Contreras brothers, Austin DeLucia, Darren Kettner, and Timothy Henry are your five on the court right now for the Cougars.
Young, Bussain, Wrighton, Seacrest, and Schroeder all on the court for the Hornets. This is Seacrest looking for some help. He finds it in Young. 10 seconds on the shot clock. And 3 seconds in the paint. Ball will go back to the Cougars.
And the Lynchburg head coach not happy with his squad right now.
And that is head coach Hillary Scott, who is in his 10th season. 68-70, 2:43 on the clock, Brent. Burnett will handle the ball for the Cougars. Kettner, deep three, and it's good. Kettner really digging into the well now. Kettner cannot miss. He's got the catch and shoot badge right now, 68-73. Timeout call. We're going to take it here with them at the Grant Center. And so we are back here. Busan looking for someone. He finds it in Case. And so Case trying to get past half court now. Rebounded there by Kettner. Kettner had 11 rebounds in the first half alone. And I believe Kettner has a double-double now.
Or if not, he's pretty close to one. Looking for some help. Burnett looking to clear it out. Driving towards the hoop. Floater is good over the 6'7". Schroeder. Very high arcing shot is good. As we now have Case here coming off of the screen. Kicks it to right. Pulls up from the elbow. Kicks it out to Case. Drives the lane outside. Back
so
to
Case for 3 in front of Henry. No good. Rebounded by Henry. Over to Contreras Jr. as the Cougars will look to dribble out as much as the clock as they can and maintain this lead.
The double teams are coming, and that will be a foul called as head coach Scott not happy at all. Throws his napkin across the court here. Contreras, a free throw ace right here. Coming to the line. Comes set, fires, and rolls in. First is good.
8-point lead now for the Cougars. 1:08 left.
And Eddie, an 8-point lead is not that big when you think about it. A few three-point shots here, and this game, it's a whole new ball game.
So a 9-point game now that makes it a 3-possession game. And so Vince Contreras and Raymond Bullock will both check in here for the Cougars.
And head coach Dorino got his defensive stars in now. You got Bullock, the Contreras brothers, Jalen Burnett, and Kettner. Kettner, who has been on absolute fire in the second half, pulling up, no good. Right, the rebound outside, looking to get a three-point shot right again, no good. Rebound, Vince Contreras.
And Lynchburg living and dying by their three-point shot right now.
In under 40 seconds now as the Cougar fans stand on their feet as they think that they have this one all wrapped up. 33 left. And Eddie, unless a miracle happens here, a Tracy McGrady-esque 13-second turnaround, I think the Cougars have this one wrapped up.
And I mean, it is possible. Nothing is impossible in the sport of basketball.
It is not. With James Contreras at the line. Unlikely that he misses that free throw attempt there. But nothing is guaranteed in any sport. As he redeems himself with the second one there, as they will keep the pressure on, as we have Cochran checking in for James Contreras, as this will possibly be the end for him in this game. The Averett fans starting to head out to beat the traffic, as this is a 10-point ball game here, under 30 left. Kicks it over.
Like you said, just 3 seconds separating a shot and game. Clock's right, and step back three-pointer, and it's good. Timeout call by Lynchburg as Coach Scott's not giving up. 78-71, 19 seconds left. And we're going to stay right here as 19 seconds left. It is a 7-point ball game. Coach Scott looking to draw something up to keep his guys in it. They're 3-1 on the season. Cougars 2-1. And Lynchburg suffered their first loss Saturday against Methodist University, 86-81 in a 5-point game. Averett got a win over number 18 ranked Guilford, 82-69, November 21st. And next, just a future game, Averett will head up to Harrisburg, Virginia, Saturday, December 2nd for a 2 p.m. non-conference game against Eastern Mennonite University. Eastern Mennonite, a very good basketball team, as they traveled here last year, and I believe they won the contest last year against Averett. Nevertheless,
we do have a substitution here during the timeout. We now have Contreras, Burnett, DeLucia, Kettner and Montre Cash checking in as Contreras, his job is not yet done here. And the full court press now, looking to get it set up as, here we go now. Burnett looking to get open like a receiver downfield, and that will be an intentional foul for Lynchburg, and that's number 33, Reggie Davis, the freshman out of Greensboro, North Carolina.
Let's notice what Coach Dueno did. He didn't really want to keep his starters in, but he noticed that Coach Scott was going to intentionally foul and get his good three-point shooters on the court. So with a seven-point game now, Coach Dueno kept his good free throw shooters on so that no matter who was in, they can make the free throws. But DeLucia dropping the first one off the front of the rim. He's going to try and sink the second one. And DeLucia didn't make neither one, but rebounded there by Jalen Burnett.
And now 14 seconds left, a 7-point game, and this is all but wrapped up here. Looking to add some more points to the stats.
And will Brent, with 14 seconds left, as Burnett's shot is up in hand, 8-point game. I was going to say, if the Cougars missed 2 more free throws and Lynchburg was able to get a three-pointer, then it would be a 4-point game. But Burnett sinks both. So 9-point game now. This would be Case over to Schroeder. Schroeder, that was a 2-point shot. Timeout called by Coach Scott. And we're back. 7 seconds, 7-point game. How about that? 7 even seconds, 7 even point game. And the Cougars will dribble out the clock. And so James Contreras will step to the line. Like you said, Brent, pad the stats one more time as he rims out that first free throw. Second shot goes in, so 81-73. And Lynchburg will dribble out, so your Cougars will win it. 81-73, your Cougars move to 3-1. 3 straight victories, 3 straight big-time victories. Brent, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back here with the post-game recap. And so we're back here with the Golden Leaf Bistro and Catering post-game show. Just a couple of quick stats here for you. Leading his team with points, 24 points, Chance Green. He also had 5 fouls there, which probably allowed him to not get more points. He also had 2 assists and 1 rebound on the day. Leading the team in rebounds was Connor Schroeder, 6 rebounds. He tacked on 5 points as well. Austin Wright, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, as well as Reggie Davis, 7 points, 2 rebounds, and Sutherland, 5 points, 4 assists. And Brent, you want to talk about some of our Averett leaders?
And Eddie, leading in points is James Contreras with 27 points, 4 rebounds, no assists, unfortunately. And by far the player of the game is Darren Kettner. I'd have to say 15 points, 15 rebounds. What a game that he had today. Absolutely.
Got after it, crashing the boards. He had 11 in the first half. I believe he had something like 6 in the first 10 minutes. 15 and 15 is absolutely astounding. But, Brent, I want to thank you for joining me on broadcast. It's been great having you here. And, Brent, for everyone in the sports information department, we want to say,
have a great day, and we will join you as we broadcast the next game here at the Grant Center. Stay tuned to your head tops. And for Eddie Glenn, my name is Brent Hammer. Have a great night, and go Cougars.